Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of the Cobra Daytona Build. My last episode, I actually did the clutch, new master, and I didn't put any video up of me driving it, but I drove it 2 days later. It shifts amazing. Wrapped it up to 7,000 RPMs. It'll literally just butter into second gear, third gear. Definitely well worth it. Clutch pedal is a little higher now, so I may try to lower that a little bit, kind of find that edge of where I get enough air gap between the clutch that I can still shift it at high speeds, and yet not have the pedal as high as it is. It's probably an inch above the brake pedal, which I'm not fond of, but we'll figure that one out. So today, I'm actually going to finish up the interior. I think I've got some video up of the interior, but let me show you what I'm going to do today. So let's pop this thing on open. So the interior is all done, except for one thing that drives me nuts. It's this big opening right here. So I've had just a towel stuffed in here, and I put my phone in here. Works fine, no big deal. So what I'm going to do, and this is my plan, is I'm going to use some 1/2-inch plywood. I'm going to build it, ground this thing off so it fits perfectly inside of here, and then a box that'll be attached to that. And then the way this thing is going to go in, I'll put little plates back in here, like maybe nut plates, because there's not enough meat in here. And then we'll have 4 quick thumb screws, maybe even 6, that'll hold this thing in. So you'll have basically a cubby hole in here, but if you want to get back in here to put things behind there, which I can put my tow hooks in there, just wrap them in a towel or something and stick them down in here. You have all this unused space in there. I don't want to waste that space. A lot of guys build a small little cutout in here, but then you have all that wasted space. This way, which is quick, little screws, I can pull it out for stuff that I almost never need, like the tow hooks. If I break down or if I go on the track, I can just pull those off, and yet they're always in the car ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of trace this out, cut it out, then we'll sand the edges, and then this bottom edge will have a lip up, and the other one will kind of fit flush right up into here, probably a little bit inside. So follow along as I do this, because this is really my last, probably my last interior job I'm thinking right now. There's really nothing else needs to be done in here. I mean, that's about it. And then the interior will be complete. So we're getting closer to time to paint. I'm still kicking around paint colors. So I need help on this one if anybody wants to kick this one around. I've thought about doing a modified Gulf livery, the super light blue and the orange, except using the dark blue stripes, doing white. So I'm kicking that around. I'm kicking around the super light blue, kind of like Factory 5's got on their Daytona, that almost Viking blue, I guess you'd call it. Kicking around lots of ideas. I just can't seem to make my mind of what I want to do. So if you got any ideas, let me know. I just don't want to do the Wimbledon white and the Guardsman blue. It's just so overdone. I just can't do it. So I've got to come up with something unique, something different, kind of like I did with my Cobra. So let me know, and we'll show you how to finish up this door pocket. Thanks. So I've got my faceboard cut out. So now I'm going to find the radius of the car. What I'm going to use is probably a socket. So I'm going to grab one of these sockets here. I'm going to run this into the car and see if this matches up. Then I'll run this over this edge. I'll trace that, and then I can sand that corner. So I'll show you what I'm going to do, just so you guys kind of get an idea here. So I'm going to take the socket up into here and see if I get that radius pretty close, which that actually looks pretty good. So then I'll take the socket and trace it on the wood and sand that edge. So then I come into here. I'm going to take this. Hopefully you guys can see this. So that's my corner. It's not the most precise way to get it done, but I'm going to cover all this with vinyl. It doesn't matter, as long as I get it close. And between vinyl and foam, you'll never notice. Okay, so now, and what I'll do is once I get this one cut out and fit good, I'll try it in the other door, and if it works, I'll just trace this on the thing and cut it out and done. I don't have to go through all this headache. So now I'll get my belt sander out here and I'll sand these edges down. So we'll see. Okay, so now we're just going to hit this belt sander. Okay, so our one little problem here is I cut this thing square. The opening's not square. As you can see, I got a little high spot right in here. So we're going to go sand this, see if we can just kind of make this fit. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Fiberglass work is never that accurate. So let's go clean this up a little bit. Okay, so here's our piece all cut out. Fits flush, looks good. So now what I'm going to do, I got to cut out the center with the jigsaw. So we'll mark that out, and then we'll start working on that. But this will look good once this gets covered with some black vinyl. So stay tuned. I've now got the size of the box traced out. So what I had to do is I had to add the lip of the chassis of the car here, and then the thickness of the plywood. So it's just going to slide right into the car. So that's why you see the box has actually gotten a little too small now. I mean, smaller. And then the bottom's going to have about a 1/2 to 3/4 inch sticking up to kind of keep things from sliding out. That's my plan. So I'm going to drill a couple holes here, probably in the corner, so I can then run a jigsaw through this, and then we'll clean this whole thing up and see how it looks. So here's what I've got so far. As you can see, it should be a nice little clean box. Now I'm going to cut out the bottom of this box that's going to go behind here. So it's going to have a lip. It's going to be down into here. That way I'll have a little lip to keep things from coming out. Should be about a 1/2 to 3/4 inches tall. I'll get this bottom as low as I can. And be about 1/2 inch wider here, so it'll pick up this piece, basically making a box that'd go behind this. So not too complex, but you know, definitely work. And then we'll cover this with probably the same material that I did the dash and the center console, so it all ties together. So hey everybody, so here's the situation. I finished one of these. Yeah, but I didn't record it because I just got busy one day and I went to town. So I got the second one started so I can show you guys how it's done. You see, I made the base. Let me show you how this whole thing is going to fit in here. Since I've got you on my head here, let's. It's actually really sweet. So the way this is going to work. Kind of like this, and then I gotta have 4 thumb screws here, 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 and here that's gonna hold this into place. So this is what I've done. This is gonna be my final. I'll get this all covered in the same vinyl the dash is covered in, as you can see up there. It's kind of this older looking vinyl. Then there's gonna be 4 thumb screws, which I gotta maybe order these tonight. So this thing will just screw in, support it, and the nice thing about it, look the way the phone fits. Isn't that nice? You can put your phone, your wallet, maybe your earplugs in there, since you still need those really. And this will all be covered in some nice black vinyl. Probably leave the doors the color of the car, but haven't got that far yet. I'm not worrying about it yet. I figure you get these things done. And then when you need to get this thing out, you just kind of do this. And you got access back behind here, and you can see I've got nutserts here. And then you're golden. So this way I could put my tow hook, whatever else I need that I'm probably gonna almost never need. Just wrap it in a blanket or a towel, sits down on the bottom, no big deal. I got my storage here, and then when I hit the brakes and everything, where before my phone would sit on top of that blanket you saw, it would slam forward, it would go back. This way it's all contained. So I think it's the best way I could, you know, come to think of it to do it. I could still use this as a door pull, not great, but it gets the job done. I could always put a little strap or something, you know, a little nylon, whatever. But let me show you how to make this, and we'll continue on here. Okay, so this is my total depth plus this here. So as you can see, I'm gonna end up making a box here, and then I'll put this piece on last and just go through and actually I'm missing a couple of, forgot to nail in a couple of spots right here. I'll have to go through and nail that. Forgot to do that. So so now what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cut the top piece out next. Yeah, because I think the top piece here, yeah, I just have a little bit of a gap. So I'll probably cut the top piece out next. We'll do the same length as this, and the same width. I think it was 3 3/4, if I remember right. And then we'll match it up here with just a little lip on it, and then we'll fill in the sides. Kind of get it all together and nail it and done. So I don't think you need to see any of that, but yeah, as I said, cut a piece, nail it, 2 pieces, nail it, top piece, nail it, clean it all up, and then fit it, and then we'll go through with covering. I've now got upper and lower sides to the box, so now I'll fill in the ends and then the back piece. and then we'll finish fitting, drill some holes, get this thing cleaned up. But as you can see, it's all pretty straightforward. You know, a little bit of woodworking, and this thing's gonna be nice. This is the finished box, as I said, minus the upholstery. So I'll clean up all these edges. I'll put these with a block to clean them up, and then we'll start laying out the vinyl. I just got the vinyl in today, as a matter of fact, so I might actually start with this one today. So we'll show you how that's done next. So we got my vinyl here, same vinyl I used on the dash. You know, it's kind of this aged leather look. I'm honestly with you, Amazon.com. Seems to hold up well. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to clean this box up, just so I got all the dust and everything off. You can see it's kind of leaning a little bit on the back. And then we'll get some contact cement out, spray adhesive for upholstery, and we'll lay this thing over the top, and then we'll start cutting out the middle. We'll flop it on over the sides, wrap it up and around. It's going to be a lot of little detail work. I'll try to get as much of video as I can, but it might be a little difficult, but we'll see what I can come up with here. I didn't have much for adhesive, so I'm going to use this heavy-duty automotive headliner adhesive. So what I've done is I've laid this out, so this is going to wrap around the corner like that. So I'm going to fold this back. This way I don't lose that edge. We're going to do this in halvesies, so we're going to spray both sides. And then it's got to sit for 5 minutes. I know, go figure. So let it sit here for 5 minutes, and then we'll adhesive it up. And I think I missed a little bit right in here. Okay. So we got a little update. I'm using now 3M Super 77 instead of that other stuff. Took 5 minutes to dry. This stuff's dry in a minute. That was going to take forever to get this done. This is probably the better product for this anyhow. So what I did is I hit the whole top piece, laid this on, glued it on here, and now I'm wrapping the edges around and gluing them. And then I actually throw a couple of staples, you can see, back up underneath just to make sure it's held tight. And then I'll cut the inner. I'll flap this thing down and see where I end up as far as material. This is where I'm kind of a little nervous. The bottom, I just want to go just enough to clear that edge, but the top, I want to go all the way to the back, I think. I'm still not sure about how I'm going to do this. I said I'm no upholstery expert, but we're trying to do the best I can. So I'm going to do this top part here now. Sorry about that. So I'm going to get some adhesive on this. Then we'll lay this down, throw some staples on that, and at least this way I've got this part done. Okay? I'm going to cut out for the holes too, so just so you know. Well, so I got the outside of this box looking pretty good. I'm not fond of the corners. You can see it's a little poofy right there, but other than that, it's not bad. But now I'm really kind of screwed. I don't know where to go here to do the inside of the box so I don't have a seam. I'm at a standstill here. I don't know what the hell to do. Yeah, as you can see, I cut this. So do I run? I don't know. Do I put a piece of trim around this outer edge? You know, maybe 1/2 inch wide strip of aluminum. As I said, I'm not an upholsterer, so I'm struggling here. So yeah. So you know what? I'll get this video up, just kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing. But as I said, I'm not thrilled with what I've got so far. I don't know if maybe I should do the inside of the box first and then do the outside, but either way, I'm going to have some sort of seam. So if anybody's a good upholsterer, let me know. As I said, I'm not going to pay someone to do this since nobody's done a darn thing on this. This has all been me. It's not going to change. So I'll learn how to do upholstery if I have to. I bought a whole, I think, 2 yards of this black stuff, so I got plenty. So we can rip that off and continue on again. But let me know. Appreciate you watching, and hit subscribe. And as I said, this was kind of the box was a great idea. I love the box. Just got to figure out how to get it upholstered. Or do I just paint it black and call it done? But that's going to look like crap. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you later.